Hi there, Junior Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top things that I bet you didn't know about yourself. For example, did you know that we forget 90% of our dreams in 10 minutes? Nope, well, neither did I. Watching this video has actually made me learn a lot of new things. I love education. Before we start, guys, I just want to point this out. Of all of you brilliant people who watch my videos, only 24.8% of you are subscribed. Just a quarter. Not even a quarter. That needs to change, guys. So if you watch my videos and you enjoy them and I make you laugh, then please subscribe today. It's free and it's easy, and I love you. Oh my god, it's so hot, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't know how I'm gonna cope filming this video because it's so bloody hot. Well, at least it is at the time of filming this video. Maybe by the time this comes out, it's gonna be like -5 or something. I don't know. We can only hope. I'm just a mere ginger boy. As this video goes on, guys, these facts get more and more crazy, so make sure you stick around to the end to see the last one. Okay, 1 in 2 people knew this. You're actually taller in the morning. I did know that. Come the evening, you'll lose around 0.3 inches, which is about 8 millimeters, in height. I think it's because when you're asleep, your body sort of stretches out. It's pretty cool. Also, I do know this because there's this light bulb in my house that when I walk under it in the morning, my head brushes along it. But if I do it in the evening, I can't reach it. 1 in 3 people knew this. Sleep is more important than food. We can survive for much longer without eating food than without sleeping. I feel like that's something I've learned quite recently. I always assumed food would be more important, but the more I get older, the more I realize if I don't have sleep, then it just feels like I'm about to die. 1 in 3 people also knew this. Most people kiss to the right. 2 in 3 people prefer to tilt their head to the right when kissing. That's how I kiss. Tongue comes out and everything. Looks like I'm about to be sick. I didn't know that, actually. I wonder if that has anything to do with most people being right-handed, because I'm left-handed. I don't really know. I don't think it really makes a difference. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Only a quarter of people knew this. Your mouth is full of bacteria. Really? Only a quarter? People knew that? Your mouth alone has more bacteria than there are people in the world. That's insane, isn't it? That makes me feel really dirty and horrible. No wonder you need to brush your teeth all the time. I love how that fact has moved straight on from the kissing one as well, where you're literally putting your tongues in each other's mouths. And then the next fact is telling you how much bacteria there is in your mouth. 1 in 5 people knew this. Moderate sun exposure is healthy. It has benefits like stronger bones and immunity and better mood and sleep. I'm not sure how much it is. It probably varies person to person, but too much is definitely bad. But I think you're meant to get like 10 minutes of sunlight a day. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. It's good to get your vitamin D. And yeah, it helps with mood and sleep, definitely. If I don't go outside in the sun, I just feel depressed. 1 in 5 people also knew this. We act differently in crowds. I feel like everybody knows this though. Like we've all got that one friend who is completely different on their own to when they are in a group. I'm not sure what this word is, but it says the anonymity of crowds exerts behavioral influences such as the bystander effect. Oh, okay, so the bystander effect is a social psychological phenomenon. Okay, so it says here, the bystander effect is a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. That's crazy. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because you just think, oh, well, there's other people around. Someone else will help him. It's only a heart attack he's having. He'll be all right. I wonder why it is. I don't know why people do that. 1 in 6 people knew this. The brain is oxygen hungry. Yeah, I feel like I found this out the other day, actually, that your brain uses more oxygen than any other organ in your body. It says the brain uses around 20% of the total oxygen and blood in your body. I suppose it's the thing that's doing all the thinking, though, isn't it? It's the thing that's allowing me to speak right now. It does everything. Like, so much goes on in your brain. It's insane. 1 in 7 people knew this. Eyeballs never grow. That's why babies seem to have big eyes, since the eyeball never actually grows. I did know that the ears never stop growing, and that's why older people tend to have massive ears like Dumbo. But I didn't know that eyeballs never grow. 1 in 7 people also knew this. Stress can be dangerous. Around 90% of illness and disease are either caused or complicated by stress. Whoa. That is a massive amount. I did not know that. I knew that stress could cause heart failure and heart attacks and stuff like that, or at least contribute towards it, but I didn't know that it counted towards 90% of illness and disease. That's insane. 1 in 8 people know this. The chances of living to 100 years old are slim. Only 0.004% of the human population is a centenarian, being 100 years old. I really want to get to 100 years old. I just think it would be really cool to say that I got there. I get a letter from the king, who's probably not going to be alive at that point. I just can't wait to talk to younger people and tell them how I was around when YouTube first started. 1 in 9 people know this. Women blink twice as much as men. I did not know that. Why? And older women blink more than younger women. It's not like noticeable though, is it? It's not like when you see your grandma, she's constantly going, "Hi, how are you today?" I literally had no idea about that. I'm learning so much. 1 in 10 people knew this. Babies have more bones than adults. A baby has approximately 95 more bones than an adult human. What the hell happens to the bones then? Do they just like fuse together? What on earth? Guys, if you're watching and you know the answer to that, let me know. 1 in 11 people knew this. It takes double the muscles to frown. You'll use 17 muscles to smile versus 43 to frown and be miserable. There you go, guys. So if you're ever upset, it's much easier to smile. So if I smile like this, I go, I look like I'm a killer, but that's using 17 muscles. Whereas if I did this, I can feel more muscles being used in my chin, actually. Well, there you go. So if you want to do a face workout, guys, you want to get like a dench face, a six-pack on your face, all you have to do is frown all day. Guys, I have saved the best ones till last, so make sure you stick around to the end to see just what they are. They're crazy. 1 in 11 people knew this. Sperm is the smallest human cell. Wow, I didn't know that. The smallest. If you're a man, the smallest cell in your body are sperm cells. Well, there you go, guys. And the biggest organ is the penis. Way, lads. Sorry. 1 in 12 people knew this. Our noses and ears droop. With old age, the cartilage breaks down, causing them to droop and appear bigger. Oh, okay, so is it saying that they appear bigger or that they actually get bigger? I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely says that they droop. So when I'm 70, is my nose going to be like down here? Like a witch. 1 in 13 people knew this. We are an emotional species. No other creature besides humans produce tears of emotion. Yeah, I had thought about that actually. Like, no other animal cries other than humans. I'm pretty sure I heard that elephants like mourn their dead family members and relatives. But I'm pretty sure it's just like elephants and humans that do that. But elephants don't also cry. Yeah, I have thought about that before. It's pretty cool to know. Like, why are we the only species that does that? 1 in 14 people knew this. We choose to believe in lies. People tend to look for things that confirm the things they already believe. That's very interesting. I wonder why we do that. 1 in 15 people knew this. The jaw is the strongest muscle. The masseter muscle can exert a force of 200 pounds, which is 90.7 kilograms onto the teeth. We're basically like a industrial press. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I knew that the gluteus maximus, the old arse, was the biggest muscle. I didn't know that the jaw was the strongest. That's pretty cool. 1 in 15 people knew this. We grow a new skeleton every 12 years. Do we? Every 12 years, the human skeleton fully repairs and renews itself. Whoa, that's so cool. So what am I now? 25 this Sunday. So in 12 years time, I will be 37. So when I'm 37, I will have a completely new skeleton to what I have now. That's really cool. 1 in 16 people knew this. Sleeping burns calories fast. People burn more calories being asleep than they do by watching the TV. Surely not. You'd think by being asleep you would burn less calories because you're at rest. So I wonder why it is. I wonder if it's to do with the brain, like when you're asleep because you're dreaming. I don't know. Well, I didn't know that. 1 in 17 people knew this. The average body count is 7.2. That's the average number of lifetime sexual partners for people in the USA. I love 7.2. Like they've just slept with someone really small. A child? No. No, that's weird. 7.2. Okay, so I'm slightly less than that, and I don't intend on being any more. So I'm staying where I am. That's interesting, though. I did not know that. 1 in 18 people knew this. 1 step requires 200 muscles. It's incredible how fine-tuned our body is for daily actions. Really, so when you're walking, just 1 step uses over 200 muscles. That is insane, isn't it? What I find so amazing is how the body has evolved to like what it is today. When you actually look at it and you look at all of the components and like everything in it and how it all works together, I just think it's so cool. 1 in 19 people knew this. Your body is a graveyard. Roughly 100 billion cells die and are replaced every day in adults. Ugh, that's so weird. It's so weird to think about, isn't it? The amount of little tiny creatures that are on you that die every day and then you just wash off and then they're just replaced. It's so weird to think about. What if we are cells on a giant something? 1 in 20 people knew this. The largest blood vessel is an inch wide. I think it's the aorta, isn't it? The largest blood vessel is the aorta. Yes! That's wide enough to fit a dollar coin. I don't know how big a dollar coin is. Is it like a pound coin? That's pretty cool. The aorta is in the heart, for those of you that don't know. 1 in 21 people know this. Your hair grows faster on airplanes. Does it? The hell? And in space is caused by enhanced emotions like stress. Oh, okay, so is it saying that people are more stressed on planes, therefore their hair grows faster? That's really cool. I did not know that. 1 in 22 people knew this. Heart attacks are most likely to happen on a Monday, caused by the stress of returning to work and the week ahead. I didn't know that. So does that mean you're like, would you be least likely to have a heart attack on the weekend because you've got the time off? You just phone into work saying, no, I can't come in today. I think I'm probably going to have a heart attack if I do. So probably best I just stay at home. 1 in 23 people knew this. Bones are 5 times stronger than steel. If you thought steel was strong and durable, your bones are 5 times stronger. It's like we're made out of vibranium. That's sick. I didn't actually know that. 1 in 24 people knew this. Your eyes are 8K HD. Your eyes would have 576 megapixels if it was a camera. How the hell did people work that out? I'm guessing that's if you have like 20/20 vision, and then those that don't have 20/20 vision, what? They're just seeing like 1080p, 144p. They're just blurry all the time. 1 in 24 people knew this. Blue eyes are more alcohol tolerant. If you have blue eyes, you are more likely to have a high tolerance for alcohol. Really? I wonder why. Something weird genetically going on there. I wonder why that is. My eyes are sort of greeny blue, but I feel like my alcohol tolerance isn't too bad, but I feel like it's because my metabolism is quite high as well. Like I can eat a lot, so I don't know. 1 in 25 people knew this. Sweat doesn't smell bad. It's actually caused by bacteria which thrives in sweaty areas. Probably something to do with the 100 billion dead cells on your body. That's interesting to know because sometimes when your friend like smells of BO and it's because they're sweaty, it's not actually because they're sweaty, it's because they just haven't washed themselves properly. Ugh. 1 in 27 people knew this. Our body weight is 15% skeleton. Obese people will have denser bones to support the increased weight. 15% skeleton. To be honest, it feels like it would be more than that, or it should be more than that, but 15% is quite a lot. That sounds about right, to be honest. 1 in 28 people knew this. Women's hearts beat faster. Women's hearts are proven to beat faster than men's, up to 12 times more per minute. I did know that. That's why I think the world record for like the lowest beats per minute is a man, not a lady. I'm not sure why though. I think, is it because men's hearts are bigger, so they don't need to work as hard to pump the blood round? I'm not really sure. 1 in 29 people knew this. We spend 5 years of our lives eating. Yes, a whole 5 years, guys. Add up all the minutes you spend eating each day, it will amount to roughly 5 years. That's insane, isn't it? It's 5 years just spent just putting things in your mouth, chewing and swallowing. All that time could be spent doing something else. I say that. I love eating. Food's great. Oh God, guys, it's so hot. I know I keep saying it, but honestly, look, you can see the sweat on my face. I just feel like I'm about to pass out. What would you do if I was filming and I just went... I just passed out mid-video. That would go viral, wouldn't it? 1 in 30 people knew this. We speak 5,000 words every day. The average person will say around 5,000 words every single day. Oh, really? I did not know that. That is quite a lot of words when you think about it. I'd love to know, on average, how many I say per day. I wonder if it is 5,000 or if it's more or less. I suppose it just depends on how social you are, doesn't it? 1 in 31 people knew this. Children grow faster in the spring. It's scientifically proven that children grow faster in the spring. Wow, I wonder why that is. Why would that even happen? The body can't grow quick enough if it's too cold or too hot. But if that's the case, why not the autumn? Why the hell? So many questions. 1 in 33 people knew this. Hiccups are linked to grain growth. You can tell my brain isn't growing, can't you? Grain growth. Oh my God, it's so hot. I'm really struggling today, guys. Don't know if you can tell. Grain growth. I'll try that again. Hiccups are linked to brain growth. This is why infants and developing fetuses hiccup more than adults. That would probably explain why I don't really get the hiccups now, because my brain has stopped developing, which is kind of sad to think. I'm not really going to get any smarter than this, because I don't feel very intelligent. 1 in 35 people knew this. Average person has sex 4,239 times. What, in their lifetime? Reckon you will beat this challenge or not? I'm assuming that's across their lifetime and not per day. Well, it says reckon you'll beat this challenge. I have no way of measuring that. Like, I've not counted the amount of times I've had sex. I'd love to know how many times, though. That'd be interesting. 1 in 37 people knew this. Blondes are hairier. Natural blondes usually have more hair than people with other hair colours. I did not know that. I wonder where gingers fit into that category. 1 in 39 people knew this. Our brains aren't totally grey. Our brains are grey with black, white, and red streaks. kind of gross to look at. Ugh. That sounds horrible. 1 in 40 people knew this. A new way to earn money. Here we go, guys. You can remove your spleen, stomach, 1 lung, appendix, a kidney, and still survive. Yeah, okay. Probably not the best way to earn money, guys. Just selling random organs on the black market. I did not know you could sell your appendix, though. What the hell? I've already had my appendix removed by the NHS, and you're telling me I could have made money out of it. Bloody hell. I mean, they did, in fairness, save my life. So, thanks, NHS. But I could have sold it? What the hell? Wonder how much money I would have made for selling my appendix. 1 in 42 people knew this. You may start snoring soon. 60% of men and 40% of women will start snoring by the age of 60. Yeah, I have always wondered this. I have wondered why people snore, just in general. Like, I don't know if it's linked to, like, people being overweight. I don't know, yeah, I guess it's just an age thing. But I've never really snored. Like, I feel like I'm quite a quiet sleeper. I don't think I snore. But then my dad, on the other hand, is like the loudest snorer in the world. 1 in 45 people knew this. Average person laps the earth about 4.5 times. The average person will walk roughly 110,000 miles in their lifetime. Whoa. So that's enough to walk around the earth 4.5 times. I did not know that. That's really cool. 1 in 50 people know this. How reliable is your heart? In the average lifetime, your heart will pump a grand total of 182 million litres of blood. That is a lot of blood. Imagine seeing that amount of blood in front of you and just being like, whoa, my heart is able to pump all of that around my body in its lifetime. That is insane. 1 in 55 people know this. Some babies are born with teeth. Approximately 1 in 2,000 babies already have a tooth when they are born. I don't know how old I was when my teeth came through, but I do kind of remember teething though, and or teeth coming through. Or maybe that was just my baby teeth coming through when I was a bit older, I'm not sure. 1 in 60 people know this. Our nasal palate is extraordinary. Your nose can remember around 50,000 different scents. Really? I don't know if I can think of 50,000 scents. Poo, wee, flowers. You got lavender. You got wet dog smell. I think I would really struggle to think of 50,000 different smells. You got grass. You got petrol. You got cum. 50,000. There's no way. 1 in 75 people know this. Overeating affects your hearing. So if you need to hear something well, avoid large meals. That's definitely not something I ever knew. I've never heard of that. Maybe it's because I'm always overeating. Maybe that's why I struggled listening in school, because I would always eat a massive lunch. I wonder why that's the thing. Why would eating big meals stop you being able to hear better? Maybe it's something to do with the blood flow going to your stomach rather than your head? I don't know. 1 in 90 people knew this. Your blood has enough iron to make a nail. There's enough iron in your body to produce a 3-inch long nail. It's weird, isn't it, when you think about that? Because you think of iron being a metal. You wouldn't think of it being in your blood and flowing through your body. But apparently there's enough in your body to make a 3-inch nail. And finally, we have made it to the last one, guys. 1 in 100 people know this. Pregnancy affects your dreams. Most pregnant women dream about frogs, worms, and potted plants. Is that a fact? Most pregnant women will dream about those things specifically. I wonder... Frogs, worms, and potted plants. I wonder why. And only when they're pregnant as well. So I wonder if that's a telltale sign that you might be pregnant if you dream about any of those things. That would be so funny. It's like you wake up from a dream about a worm, a frog, and doing the gardening with some potted plants. You're like, I must be pregnant. I think I'm pregnant. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching and you learned something new and you found it funny. Before you go, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Take it easy. I love you. I love you. Bye!